Okay, going over gravity and theories of gravity and where gravity may come from, as in, you know, how is gravity produced? One of the things that I need to go over is just some of the ideas that I'm not following. One of them is the idea that gravity is more of an electromagnetic field, or comes from electromagnetic forces. And if I look at luminiferous ether as a collection of dots that have some mass to them, then we have electromagnetic fields being the motion of those dots, as in motion in a spin. So what happens in this case is that the spinning motion, like the Bernoulli effect, it brings two objects together. And anytime we see two objects being brought together, such as in gravity, we should look at other aspects or other mechanical properties that bring things together. So if we look at magnetic fields being actually motion of luminiferous ether between two parts, then we can see that they get brought together. The reason why I don't follow this particular direction is that we see gravitational effects from very far off. Just recently, LIGO has detected black holes going around each other and actually crashing into each other. And we do that through a gravitational detector. So we know that it's not from things moving back and forth in between two objects. So going back to the ether idea, one of the aspects of the speed of light and the speed of the electromagnetic properties, that they pretty much go exactly the same speed. We've not been able to detect any difference between the two. So what I'm looking at is that as we have wavefronts compressing and hitting each other, what's happening is they are creating photons, or little wave packets of energy. And I'm looking at it as two vortex waves locking into each other and actually taking these masses and these masses traveling in a direction. And as these masses travel, where they came from gets closer and closer. And again, this falls under this, that this would bring objects closer and closer together, or gravitational field. The reason why I'm not following this method, again, is because of gravitation effects from very distant objects. One of the things I've been going on is gravitation being depleted photons. So I came up with a second idea on that, and I'll go over that one now. Pretty much modified photon drag theory. And that says that even the photons that pass through us, we appear that they don't have any effect, or the large energy photons don't seem to have any effect. But if the photons are actually dragging, then as they go through us, they are less energetic. So when they go into the next, the first thing it went through had more push than the second, and vice versa, which is going to bring these two objects together. I am considering that to be a viable possibility. I'm not throwing that one out. The one I've been going over for the one I've been looking at for the last 30 years is the idea that a photon hits either a negative or a positive part, or both, and all the energy is drained out, but yet part of the photon keeps going, as in the photon itself becomes so non-energetic that it can't react with anything else, and it becomes a monopole within itself. Or even to be seen as a single quark would probably be a better definition of it. So that its energy state is so low that nothing really gets done with it, or it doesn't interact with anything until energy is put back into it, such as you get two magnetic forces or three coming in and compressing against each other and recreating a photon, adding energy to that and recreating another photon. But, you know, here again, I'm searching gravity, which means I am taking a knife to smoke and expecting to slice off a piece.